And then, most of the training methods for these animals are barbaric, to say the least.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with it at all. They're forced to do these tricks. I love animal therapy, and I'm a big believer in how it can help people, but maybe it's gone too far.
We are the happy headers. For those of you who don't know what animal therapy is, it's getting deriving benefit from being around animals.
Yes,
Whether it's
emotional support, for example.
Whether it's like, if you're a dog lover, if you're a dog owner, you know exactly what we're talking about. Even cat owners, cat people.
Or horsey people.
Horsey people.
Yeah. Horsies.
In a lot of professions, sometimes doctor's surgeries or even dentist clinics, they will have a dog in the reception area or in the waiting room, and the dog calms people down. Naturally, the dog is nice, it's enthusiastic, it's looking for attention, and it diverts attention away from yourself as you're petting the dog.
Yeah, and there is a science towards, the stroking method, when you're doing that, it's calming. And I mean, the dog is giving off these lovely, relaxed vibes, and you're just soaking them up.
Yeah.
So you're doing it.
Or even kids, I saw online, kids with autism, kids who don't like to be touched or held or anything like that, they're okay with dogs. There was a picture of this, a woman put up a picture of her son lying with his head up against the dog on the floor, and he was happy and he was content because he didn't feel threatened by the dog or anything.
Exactly, the dog can't grab him or anything or restrict him in any way.
And dogs can be very very good friends like that. They can be very protective.
Well, they're amazing. We have an emotional support dog for the clinic here in Bell. We had her in for some photos one time, but she is brilliant with children who are nervous about coming to therapy or are resistant to maybe engaging in therapy, especially if they have neurodivergence. So I think they're brilliant. Also the body research then around equine therapy as well.
Yeah, tell me more about that. I've heard of it, but I've never experienced it.
Oh, it's incredible. So you go and you sit in the field with your therapist, a psychotherapist preferably, or a psychologist, and there's horses in the field, and one will gravitate towards you. And the idea is that the psychotherapist will read the body language of the horse and tell you what's going on for you. It's amazing. They can tell by the body language of the horse that
how the horse is reacting
you're
to you.
holding something back or you're really anxious.
So if the horse is fearful of you, they
yeah,
can read that in the horse rather than you.
yeah.
Okay, it's interesting.
Because the horse picks up how you feel.
Yeah.
So they're excellent for people who've been traumatized because they feel everything you're feeling. And if you're trying to move past something and you're leading the horse and the horse won't go, then you're not ready to move on from it. You're not letting go.
And I've seen that before, and people who are grieving, and maybe their dog will just come and snuggle up to them.
Yeah.
But we can imbue animals with feelings and emotions that aren't necessarily there. And an example of that, can't remember where I saw it, but they had dogs and their owners in this environment, and the person who was conducting the experiment, they had a bowl with maybe a dog biscuit in the shape of a bone, and they'd say to the owners, if you leave your dog alone with that bone, will that dog eat that bone? And they'd say, no, if I tell my dog not to touch that bone, the dog will stay there and not touch that bone. I said, well, okay, we'll test that. So put the bone down, the person says, "Dog, now sit, no, don't touch, sit, and then the experiment would say, now you leave the room. And when the person would leave the room, the experimenter would go take up the biscuit, put it in the pocket, and then they call the owner back in, and the owner would come in and go, the biscuit, you look so guilty. Look at that guilty look in your face. And the dog would become,
Didn't do anything.
And the dog hadn't done anything, but the owner had expected that the dog should be guilty because the biscuit was gone. And they were imbuing the dog with their own feelings, which actually can be a very good therapeutic intervention.
Yeah.
As well.
It's interesting actually, isn't it? But I'm still baffled that the person took the biscuit up. That's so bad because the poor dog has no voice and can't say, I didn't take it. It wasn't me. And often they get in trouble for things as well that are not their fault at all.
But animals can be a comfort to people even outside of the formal therapeutic thing. I know little old ladies who would have had a parrot or a budgie.
Oh yeah, and so cute.
It is life and it is a voice in the house, so it stops them from being lonely.
Absolutely.
Or even somebody might talk to a goldfish. How do you feel about people who swim with dolphins?
Don't get me started on that. I don't like
Why?
them being in captivity like that because they're not meant to be captive. wrong.
Yeah.
And then, you know, most of the training methods for these animals are barbaric, to say the least.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with it at all. They're forced to do these tricks, and like, you know, why would you want to do that? It's like chaining up elephants. You'll never catch me on the back of an elephant. No way.
Very little likelihood of that in that zone.
Yeah, unless it's Ken.
Yeah. You know, cats can be good for people. Cats are different to dogs, naturally, but cats take less looking after. They're much more independent.
Yeah, and they're brilliant for kids with a autism spectrum disorder because they don't do eye contact.
Yeah,
you know,
people with autism don't really like eye contact.
Yeah, they don't, so they're brilliant. And then cats are very independent, and they'll come up and they'll sit on your lap, and that's it. You know,
Yeah.
so they're very, very good. Yeah.
Did you tell me, or was it somebody else was telling me, somebody wanted to bring their pet llama on a plane with them?
Oh, dude, I saw this. I don't know whether it was actually real or not.
You saw this in the, I did.
But I seen it on the internet. A post pops up.
Okay, but I did say to you that not everything you see online is real.
Are you sure?
Yes, no. Just because it's online doesn't mean it actually happened.
Ridiculous. They were saying that the tagline was, you know, are we going too far with these emotional support animals? And I just had to click into it, of course. And then there was this woman on a plane with a friggin' llama, like its neck rested across her lap, like, and
it's
she was
slobbering.
stroking it. Yeah.
Or a camel.
But like, you would never be let on a plane with a friggin' llama. Or
No.
Someone else then down the line, then there was a pig. And this woman brought her pig on the plane, her emotional support pig, and that she had to be allowed to bring it on because it was for emotional support.
I don't think that's allowed.
It's like, no, I don't think so either.
Tell us, let us know if we're wrong about this, but I can't imagine.
Have you ever been on a plane
with an animal?
with somebody who had a bizarre emotional support animal?
But you see, then in the way that this can be brought too far, you know, you get these animals who are traumatized by being around these toxic people the whole time, and the dog or the cat has to be brought to a psychic.
Oh, stop.
The psychic will get into the dog's head or the cat's head.
Oh, Jesus.
And tell what's wrong.
Right.
Oh, wrong. All right.
Or fucking, do you see where they're medicating dogs for depression and anxiety? Like,
really?
Seriously. Stop it. The dog needs to walk. It's a pack animal. You know, get out every day, bring it for a walk, and it'll stop the anxiety.
Yeah, listen,
Stop locking it in a cage.
I need to go. I need to be brought for my walk now, so we're going to finish. She's got to leave it.
To get him out of this box in here before he goes demented.
We are heading for 1,000 subscribers. We might even be at that by the time this video comes out. So subscribe to us. Will you like us? Because that really helps the algorithm. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks very much. Yeah, you need to boost Paul's ego. It's good for him.
I'm a good dog.